Today I want to talk about the bad days, when nothing seems to go right. All is wrong and the feeling we have, so what we can do. Or we have argument with our spouse, co-worker, or we just feel a little bit depressed. How we can go out of this? I want to talk about this. First, what we need to do is to accept our feelings. Because if we fight it, it will go even worse. So we have to accept it. We have bad days and we're supposed not to blame ourselves. I know it is difficult to blame ourselves because that time we are our worst enemy. At that moment, we blame and resent ourselves, how stupid we are, we cannot do this, how cannot this and this and this, and you know what I mean. So accepting our feelings, that is the first thing we need to acknowledge and accept and not fight it. Yes, we have a bad day. And sometimes we have to think, we have to power through it, but this just makes things worse. So first tip is accept the feeling. That's it. The second, take a break. What I mean by that. We just need to step out of this, what irritates us. So we just need to change environment, do something which doesn't irritate us, something to distract ourselves. We can do that only stepping outside, just taking a few deep breaths, or just going for a short walk, or a little, I don't know, just something else out of this space. So find a way to distract yourself with something, I don't know, thinking on better days, or not just sitting. You just need to change environment. That is what happened to me. I also had really, really bad weekend, and I was soaking myself in that negative. Why? Because I put on myself too much, and then I was irritated. For small things irritated me. So what did I do? First thing when this happened, I asked myself, how many winters, how many summers do I still have left? And that is what works for me. Because our life is not unlimited. We have just certain amounts of seasons which we can enjoy in our life. So if nothing really hurts me physically and I'm just emotionally drained, I have to think of how many days is left for my life. That's why my friend on Facebook wrote me. She said, the people we are 60, how many sunsets are we able to see? Maybe 7,000 or less. And when you ponder on this reflection, then you really see, okay, maybe it's good that I enjoy my life and accept the bad things as they are coming and change the environment or what triggers me to feel better. But we have to accept it. Yes, we have a bad day and that's it. So first one was accept the feelings. The second was take a break, distract yourself, go out or do something. I personally do like steps in front of the TV. You can watch my other video because I really put the music on. I do steps, and that's how I maintain steps when I'm not feeling good to go outside. I do it at home. So personally, I like to dance, and when my body is moving, the air is coming, the oxygen, and my muscles are moving, and automatically I change my state, and that's it. So distract yourself. Be kind to yourself. It's very important to be compassionate with yourself. Don't blame yourself for being in the bad mood or why this happened. Just be compassionate with yourself. And we tend to be our worst enemies. At least that happened to me. I tend to be my own worst enemy when I have a bad day. So don't blame yourself. I remind myself that I'm only human. And if I put too much on the plate, yeah, it's my fault actually. But what can I do? I can do only so much. So breaking the task in smaller steps, this helped me out. That is the fourth thing which you can really, the good tip for me is breaking the stuff, the bigger task to a smaller stuff. So if I have to do today, if I see my to-do list and I have to just, okay, 7 to 9, I need to do that, 9 to 10, this, 10 to 12, this, and it's too much, I don't feel it. Then I will just say, okay, tomorrow is the next day. What I must do, I will do today, but what I do not, absolutely is not necessary to beat myself down. I need to distract myself, so I will do it next day. That's it. Breaking the bigger task to smaller steps. That's the number 4 tip. So 5 is shift your focus. The good thing is that you can really distract yourself with the things you love. If you like to watch watch movie. If you like to do series, documentaries. For me personally, I distract myself with some interviews, which I love to listen, Diary of a CEO, Stephen Bartlett, or I don't know, some kind of thing on Netflix which can distract me. I forget about bad days, and this is it. I don't watch it every day, but when I have a bad day, I absolutely have to distract myself with it. So shifting your focus is something which is really important, and you don't think about the problem anymore and accept it, shift, and this is how your life can be better for that day. And the 6th tip is practice gratitude. That is what I mentioned before as well. Just count your blessings. Count your blessings. You are here. You have your family. You have your job. You have your work. You have your friends. So be grateful for whatever you have and know that they are not going to be here with you forever. So be grateful for the moments you can spend with your family. Be grateful for the work you are doing. Be grateful for everything because it's limited and it will go away. So practice gratitude for me. Oh my God, that's the huge one for me. Yes, when you are irritated and angry, it's difficult to shift it immediately to that. But when you distract yourself with something on TV, and then maybe later you can just pond in gratitude and see or ask yourself, will this be important in the next 5 years of my life? Because people sometimes struggle with it. I also, sometimes I don't know why even I was angry. I do not remember. Does it happen to you too? I do not remember what irritates me so much. So I'm asking myself, if was this important? Will this affect me next 5 years? If not, just forget it. Forget it. Of course, we have to work on ourselves, as our mental triggers is always somebody is triggering you because of your childhood trauma, something you didn't, clean and heal in yourself. But ask yourself, will this be important in 5 years? If not, forget about it. Move your body. Tip number 7. This I already told you, I love to do dancing, so move your body. When you go for a walk, when you do some exercise, the oxygen flows and your mood change. And the important is that we change our mood. And that's it. Move your body however you like. Just don't sit, don't cry, go out. Just go out. No agenda. Just go out, go for a walk, come back. You will feel better. I promise you, you will feel better. Tip number 8, talk to someone. That's really important, but you don't have to. I know I'm like this. I do not want to talk to someone and explain why I was angry because I have to tell all the story, all the history of it. So I can just talk to someone to distract myself. And I can just reach out, say, oh, I have a bad day. I don't want to talk about it. Just that you feel that someone is there for you. Just that. You don't have to explain things to a friend or the family member. Just to see somebody is here for me. The 9th tip is remind yourself everything is just temporarily. Nothing lasts forever. Not even that mood will not last. So everything will pass. Yes, this is valid for good things too. Everything will pass. The good things will pass and the bad things will pass. This is inevitable and this is the circle of life. So this bad mood and this anger or whatever, the pain you feel, your sadness, depression, it will pass. Remind yourself, I can have one bad day, but I do not want to have 3 bad days in a row. One bad day, okay, it's acceptable. So remind yourself everything will pass. The 10th tip is reset the day off. Do something which is calming you, like reading a book or meditation or lying quietly down and listening to the healing music, meditating, just something, make your candles or whatever you like, take a bath, do something, reset the day. This day is off, next day is another day. So I hope these tips you find that you can help yourself with it a little bit. I know it's difficult. When the bad day comes, it's difficult. But when more you will practice, more you will be able to cut the bad days to be shorter and shorter. And in the end, older you are, wiser you are. And in the end, you know that it doesn't make sense in 5 years. It doesn't make sense. You stress about it. So accept the bad days are there. They will always be, but we have the tools to make them shorter and that they were not so many. Please subscribe to my channel, ask questions, and I will gladly answer. I would like to see who is watching me, what question you have, how, if you have one advice, how you dealing with bad days, that would be great. We can discuss it and just comment on my video. So till next time.